everybody. I'm Frank Morano. I want to talk to you about something that a lot of you have been raising with me over the last few days, the PlowNYC tracker. And there's an article on SI Live in the last day or two about this that I'm sure many of you have read as well. I've heard from dozens, maybe hundreds of friends, neighbors, and constituents who checked the map, saw their street marked green for plowed recently, and then looked out their front door and saw something very different. And I want to say this clearly. The people calling my office and my friends that are texting me are not lying. These are normal, reasonable Staten Islanders. They know what a plowed street looks like. And in some cases, they're seated right next to a window and they're keeping an eye to see if any trucks come by. They know the difference between snow is still falling and no plow ever came. Now, I've read the explanation from sanitation, and they've told me the same thing privately, repeatedly, even in the last storm and the one before that. The system is GPS based. The blade is raised a couple of inches to protect the road. Snow can accumulate again after a pass. I understand all that. I can recite it in my sleep. I've heard it so often. Here's the problem. If the tracker shows plowed and the street is completely impassable, that's not just people's perception. That's an issue of trust with the city of New York, with the app itself, with sanitation. Because residents rely on that tool, because that's what we're told to, emergency services rely on that data. And if the city is using the same data to determine where to deploy resources next, there are going to be inaccuracies, and the inaccuracies matter. I'm not here to beat up sanitation workers at all. They've been working around the clock, and honestly, the workers and even the commissioner have done a phenomenal job. This was a historic storm. But when Staten Island got nearly 30 inches of snow, the most of the city, we can't afford a system that says everything is fine when it clearly isn't. If a plow drives down a block and gets stuck, that shouldn't register the same as a fully cleared street. If the blade is raised and snow remains impassable, the system needs a way to reflect that reality. Technology is only useful if it matches what people see with their own eyes. I've already raised this issue, and I'm going to continue pushing for improvements, whether that means better reporting standards, clearer definitions of what plowed means, or adjustments to how the tracker records a completed pass. Staten Islanders deserve transparency, as do all New Yorkers, and we deserve accuracy. When a map says your street is clear, you should be able to open your door and see that it actually is. I'll keep you updated as we work through this. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Stay warm.